Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and I'm coming to you today with a puzzle by Chili called Uncross the Streams. I, I'm calling this a Ghostbusters reference. I'm not 100% sure it is, but if it's not, then I have no idea what it could be. So, yeah, I grew up with, well, I didn't grow up with Ghostbusters. It came out when I was about 15. But, yeah, Ghostbusters was a huge part of my development, I suppose. Not as much as Star Wars, but yeah, it gets quoted a lot in this house. So yeah, it's got to be. This is, before I get onto this, so I'm recording this on a very hot New Year's morning. It's before 7 a.m. On New Year's Day for me. I know this is coming out much later than that. People have been asking me why I'm recording my videos so much in advance. We're doing some renovations on my house, and time to record is whenever I can fit it in. So because I do not know when I'm going to be able to record, I'm trying to get recording in whenever I can, and I'm just releasing the videos, and I'm being honest about that. Also, it's just a little bit of comfort for me that I can just record and try and make sure I've got a backlog. If I'm releasing them in an order that I think will work for people, so based on difficulty of puzzle, making sure I don't release too many hard ones or too many easy ones in a row, trying to mix up the rule sets a bit, trying to make sure I don't release too many of the same setter at the same time. I'm just trying to juggle it based on what's happening at the time. If you wish to talk to me about what I'm doing or have any wish to provide feedback or anything, the comments below is good, but a better way to actually get feedback from me as well and get involved in a discussion is join us on the Sudoku Solvers Discord. There'll be a link below. When you jump onto the Discord, you'll need to go to the welcome channel and just read through the simple rules, which basically sum up to don't be a dick. And when you accept the rules, you'll then be able to see all the channels. And if you do that, just jump into, if you come because of this, have a look at the other channels, but jump into the Bremster discussion channel and say hi. So I know that people are actually coming. There's been a couple who've reached out to me, but it would be nice to know that people are actually coming and joining. But anyway, on to this puzzle. Uncross the Streams by Chili. So this is an arrow puzzle with a difference. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Arrows. On arrows, the digits that you place on the arrow, you will sum them up and put them into that arrow circle. So those 3 digits, if you sum them up, you will put the sum into that cell there. Then you've got cells whose centers contain an arrow that touch like that, cross like that, or split like that. Where was I? All contain the same digit. So anytime an arrows will touch, cross, or split, the digit must be the same in the grid. To distinguish which arrows are which, some arrows that cross have been marked with dark grey lines. Now, one bit I didn't put on the rules here is, can you find the value of the crossing points, solve the puzzle, and uncross the streams before unspeakable horrors break into our dimension? This has to be Ghostbusters. So with that, we should be able to solve this grid. Here's hoping. I do not know how hard this is, so we will find out. You'll get a better idea from the description, from the video length. Bremster, it's New Year's morning. I've slept for about 4 hours. There was fireworks and all sorts of stuff last night. Yay. So let's give this a shot. So well, the first thing to do is definitely to find the cells that touch, cross, split, touch. So there's those. Is there any I've missed? There can't be more than 1 per box, so I can ignore those boxes. There's not 1 in box 1. There is not 1 in box 4. I've got 2, 3, and there's not 1 in box 8. So that's all of them. Okay, so all of those must be the same digit. So that means there must be 1 in one of those 2 and in one of those 2. And that's just because you can't have more than 1 of the same digit in anything. So these are the only 2 places that I can put green in those boxes. And I've got 4 green looking into box 8, so that must be green. Okay, so that's an elimination. Okay, arrow logic. So this is 3 cells that see each other. The minimum they could be is 1, 2, and 3. So this could only be 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is a 1 cell arrow, so that would have to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is 3 cells that all see each other. So this would be 6, 7, 8, 9. So these would be 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I'm going to mark those because they are 3 digits that are the same. 2 is easier to remember. 3, I might be able to make a deduction based on that. Yellow is in one of those 2. But if this is 6, 7, or 8, that could work. This can't be 6 or 7. Is that right? Sorry, I'm pretty certain that's right. Because if this was 6, this would be 1, 2, 3. And then what would I put there? Because this would also have to be 1, 2, 3. So all 5 of those digits would be 1, 2, 3. That doesn't work. And it's the same with 7. This would be 1, 2, 4. This would be 1, 2, 4. And I'd have 5 digits that are 1, 2, 4. Now, if it was 8, this could be 1, 2, 5. Oh, and that could be 1, 3, 4. And 9 is even more flexible. Okay. Okay, but what we can do... we can actually narrow down green. So this cell has 3 cells that see each other. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. But it's not, because this is 3 cells that see each other, so it's a minimum of 6. But I have to add this extra cell. So this is not 6, because if it was 6, this would be 1, 2, 3, and this would be 0, and that doesn't work, particularly considering those 2 are the same. So this is 7, 8, 9, this is 7, 8, 9. I've got the same here, 3 digits that see each other plus an extra. That's a 7, 8, 9. That's a 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to pause while I blow my nose. Okay. So that will be helpful, maybe. But it does mean that because this is a minimum of 6 and this is a maximum of 9, green can only be 1, 2, or 3. Can it be 3? 9, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. Yes, it can. Hang on, could it be 3 here? 3, 3, 1, 2? And this be 9? Yeah. So it could be. This is also 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So normally you would see 5 cells and go, but they can't be... You'd say something like there's a minimum of 15, but because there's an overlap, I'm not sure that that works. Oh, but it might because of that extra cell. Well, this can't be 6, I don't think. Because if this is 1, 2, 3, those would then be 4, 5. So you'd have 4, 5, 1, and 1 as a minimum, which is 11, and you can't put 11 into this cell. So you can't put 1, 2, 3 in there. So this can't be 6. If this is 1, 2, 4, for this to be 7, then in here we would have 3 and 5. 5 and 3 is 8, plus the minimum would make this 10. This can't even be 7. So now I've got an 8-9 pair. So this is not 8 or 9. This is a 6 or a 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Actually, I know that that's not a 4. So this is a 6 or a 7. Don't I have the same problem here that I had here? If this is 6, this is 1, 2, 3, this becomes 4, 5. By the time I add an extra cell, I've got 4, 5, which is 9, plus 1, this would have to be a 10. This can't be 6. These are 7. We knew that that's not 6 or 7 because that, and this isn't 6 or 7 either. We've got 7s. So there's no 3 in here. Green is not 3. These are not 7. Oh, it might be time to start colouring. They should be blue because these are different to those. And that is different as well. That's blue. That's not 6 or 7. That is blue. So we've got these are the same. This could still be yellow, I think. This can't be 7, 8, or 9. And the minimum it can be is 1, 2, 4. So this is 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 4. If this is 2, 2, I've got to put a 7 up here somewhere. I don't think that's limited. I've got to put a 7 in one of those 3 cells. I've got to put a 7 down here. I've got to put a 7 down here. 7 in one of those. No, I could even put a 7. Yeah. Yellow is down there. Wait a minute. Yellow is in one of those 2 cells. Because I can't put yellow there because there's a yellow in the column, and I cannot put yellow on a yellow arrow, and I cannot put yellow there. Yellow is in one of those 2 cells. So yellow is in one of those 2 cells. So one of these is an 8 or a 9. So this... Yellow is in one of those. Blue is not there or there, and it can't go on that arrow, its own arrow. So blue is in one of those two, which puts blue right there. Blue down here is in one of those three. Blue is in one of those two, and it can't be there. This is blue. Hang on, is that right? Blue can't be there. Blue can't be there. And there's no way I can put blue on a 3 arrow. This has to be blue. Which means blue is 8. Green is 1. I'm actually going to uncolor green. I'm going to mark those as 1s. Coloring kind of plays with my vision a little, so I get rid of it as soon as I can. Blue is 8. That is an 8. That is a pair of 8s. And I'm going to get rid of blue. And yellow is 9. And there's a pair of 9s in there. Okay. That is clever. So what can I do with that? There's no 8 in there anymore, so there's no 8 in there anymore. 7, 7. Now these are 9, which gives me a lot of options. Eight, 8. Yeah, I've 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 8 is in one of those two. It could be 8, 1, 9 still, because 9 has to go up here with the 7. 8 has to go in one of those two, and it can't go on a 6 arrow, which would be the biggest this could be. So that's an 8, which knocks 8 out of there and makes that an 8. Oh, that is an 8 because of the 8 here, which means that has to be a 9. There's no 9 there. There is a pair of 7s up here. So 9, 9, 9 is in one of those, and it cannot go on an 8 arrow, so that's a 9. Putting a 9 up here. 9, 9. 9 cannot go on an arrow. That becomes a 9. 9 is in one of those 4. So all that's left for 9s are those. Wait, that 9 means that's a 7. That's a 7. That's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 9. I think I've got all the 8s and 9s now. So what's next? This is a 7 arrow. So this has to be 6 plus 1, because the minimum I can make that is 6, and this has to be 1, and I can't put 1 in either of those, so that's a 1 and that's a 2, 3 pair. And that gives me all the 1s. There's no 1 here anymore. There's no 1 here either. Can I put a 6 on this arrow? No, I can't. Because if I put a 6 on this arrow, I'd need to put 6, 1, and 1 to keep it down to 8. That has to be a 6. Sorry about my runny nose. There has to be a 5 on this arrow now. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So this is 2, 5. So this is 3. This is 4. This is 2. This is 2. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. These have to sum to 7 because 9 minus 2 is 7. So I can't put a 6 on this arrow. This is the 3, 4. This is the 6. 3, 4 takes 4 out of there. I'm not surprised that's been pushed down. One, 2, Oh, I can't use 1, 2, 4 on here. This has been this way for ages. 3 and 5 is the minimum I can put on this. So left in this box, I've got 2, 4, and 6. I need to get these to sum to 8. The only way I can do that is with 2 and 6, and that becomes a 4. This is a triple. 3, 5, and 6. There's no 6 there. Sorry. Hot weather, high winds, hay fever. It's just been... weather is bad. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. So this is 6 and 7. Hang on, 6, 7, 8, 9 are gone. So these are from 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be 4. But, oh no, that could be... no, it can't be 2 because I can't put a 1 there. So this is from 4, 5, and 6, and it can't be 6. So this is from 4, 5 for the row. I need to put a 7 right there because I need a 7 in the row, and I can't put it in any of those cells. So this is a 4 or a 5. If this is... maybe this arrow, this seems to be... so if this is a 5, these need to sum to 4. The only way to make 4 is 1, 3, and I can't do a 1. So this is 6 with, can't do 1, 5, so 2, 4. So 1, 3, 5. No, it's not 2. Wait. No, they sum to 5. I can't use 1, 4, so it's 2, 3, which makes this a 5 and this a 3. Now what I'm missing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's better. That's a 6. That's a 7. Math. You would think someone who enjoys Sudoku would enjoy math. Go figure. So these are from 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that means this from 3, 4, 5, and 6. It can't be 6, so that can't be 5. In fact, this can't be 2 because of that 2, 6, so that can't be 3. 5 has to be up here. In fact, they can't be 3, so that's 2, 4, 5. This is 2, 4, 5. That is a 2, 4, 5 triple, so that becomes 3, that becomes 2. I take 2 out of there, that's 4, 5. This is 3, this is 4. There is no 4 there. In fact, there's no 5 there either. That's a 2. That's a fun way to resolve that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, which does not seem to be resolved. It's going to be these arrows up here, which I've probably ignored to my own detriment. But there you go. So I need to put 6 on here. I can't use 1, 5, so that also has to be 2, 4. There's a 3, 4 pair, so that's 2, and that's 4. That takes 4 out of there. It takes 2 out of there. So this is 4, 5, and 6. So if this was 4, these would sum to 3, which is not possible. If this is 5, these would sum to 4, which is not possible. This has to be 6. This needs to sum to 5. I can't use 1, 4, so again, it's 2, 3. Same math is down here, but this time I'll try and get it right. This is 2, 3, which means this is a 5. That 6 means that's a 7, and that's a 6. I can take 5 out of all of those, which means 3, 4, and 2. Missing from this row is 5 and 7. That's resolved by the 7 in box 1. I can take, that's a 4 now. which means that's a 5 and that's a 4, which means that's a 5 and that's a 4, which means that's a 3 and that's a 4. That is a 5, and I can take 5 out of those. That 3 looks down, making that a 6 and that a 3. The 6 looks down, making that a 2 and that a 6. That 7 looks down, making that 5 and that 7. The 5 looks up, making that 2 and that 5. This has to be clean. Yep, 3 and 2. And to clean up the final box, I didn't even use this. That is a 3. I did use it because I needed the initial 1 or I would have gotten nowhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And I have successfully uncrossed the streams. Or didn't they have to? No, they had to cross the streams to defeat Zool. And then I suppose they uncrossed it before they destroyed the universe. All the molecules in their body exploding at the speed of light and all of that. I don't think I'm wearing a proton pack. I think it's just a red chair. But, you know, I thought of that joke earlier. I'm not sure I said it earlier. Maybe. I thought of it in the shower and thought maybe I could use it, and I've probably used it twice now. I don't remember. Yay. Brimster's having a morning. So I hope you enjoyed that puzzle. I thought that was fun. Just a nice little good opener. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope your year has been good so far. I'll stop talking about New Year soon, but for me, it's way too early. I know it's not for you. And please come join us on the Discord. It's a really good community. And if you're not familiar with Discord, it's not that hard and it's free. So, you know, it's pretty good. And that's probably where I'm going to be releasing things like my puzzle packs, which I'm still working on and things like that. So, and where you can come and get help with puzzles. So if you get stuck on a puzzle, it is a really good place to come and say, help, I'm stuck. If you're stuck with one of the puzzles from my channel, you can use a video, but you can also come, and if you don't want to get spoiled from the video, you can always come and ask in the channel. If you want to get talk to some of the setters and look at some of the puzzles that I do not get to cover, I get a lot of puzzles that I never get to put up because I just get too many. Again, join us on the Discord and join the Cracking the Cryptic Discord, where there are dozens of puzzles posted every day. The stats were just released for 2021, and I think they said something like over something like 20 puzzles a day were posted. It's just ridiculous numbers, and most of those really good. So if you want a puzzle for the rest of your life, this is the place to do it. Thank you everyone for watching, and good luck with your solving.